Patriots, Star Seas, light workers, and of course our brave military. Welcome to 1776 United. We are in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now I have some really good news. I just had to come on and get this stuff out because there is just so much good stuff that's coming. Now, the world is shifting, and it's shifting to the positive. We're going into a new frequency of truth. Humanity's had enough of the lies. We've been lied to on every level imaginable, and people are finally we're getting to that point where everybody's waking up to what's going on, and we can only thank the Lord for that, and thank all the people that are waking up finally to what is actually going on. And anyways, I got some good news. Before I want to get started with this, and we are very close to disclosure. We're extremely close because in the recent hours, I found out that Trump and Putin are now working together in alliance along with Xi Jinping, and they're working tightly in Zoom calls or whatever, of course, encrypted Zoom calls through security and stuff like that, and they're just leaving whatever's left of the globalists, the EU and whatever, they're just leaving them out in the cold, and they're basically rolling right over them or rolling around them, however you want to put it, and they are not a significant force anymore. How I know that things are coming to light is I just got a list of the people that you may or may not know that have gone into witness protection. These are the people that the globalists couldn't get their hands on, and they went into witness protection some years ago. And this is not the full list, okay, but this is, I got down as much as I could. There will be some names that you don't recognize, and I'll try to enlighten based on the names that I'm counting off here. So, Sonny Bono, and these are the people that went into witness protection, okay? So I guess he was the husband of Cher, and Cher went to the dark and he went to the light, and he went under a witness protection plan. Anthony Bourdain, he was the chef, okay? Kobe Bryant, of course, everybody knows Kobe Bryant. He was the basketball star. George Carlin, our favorite comedian, stand-up comedian, he went into witness protection plan. Dick Clark, okay, he back in the 50s and 60s, he was the DJ of those days, and American Bandstand. Kurt Cobain, everybody knows him. He put out a lot of good music. Joe Cocker, one of my favorites. He brought out, he came to Woodstock in 1969. Jim Croce, he was another great singer. Patsy Cline, she was the sweetheart singer of the 50s. John Denver, another, soft rock, soft country that had to go into hiding, and they said his plane had crashed. Mike Douglas, he was an anchor, I think it was for ABC News, and he wasn't going to buy into any of their bullshit. Dale Earnhardt went into witness protection plan. He faked his death on the car crash and went up into the high bank, said he broke his neck and all this other mushla, and he went into witness protection. Annette Funicello, well, she was one of the original Disney Mickey Mouse Club girls, and she, had to go into witness protection plan back in the day. Phil Hartman. Now Phil Hartman was a comedy show back in the late 60s, early 70s. Jimi Hendrix, my hero. I grew up with him, and I'm sure glad to hear that he's alive. Probably a little bit older than I am, but he's well taken care of. Michael Jackson's alive. Steve Jobs, the man that built Apple. Janis Joplin, the harsh voice, raspy, beautiful sounding, great music, and I wish some of these musicians could have stayed and been able to create more music, but their life was more important, and I'm glad they made their choice. Grace Kelly, well, she was the beauty queen of Hollywood back in the day that ended up marrying a prince over in Monaco, I believe it was. Jackie Kennedy, John F. Kennedy's wife, went into witness protection plan, apparently after he was supposedly executed or assassinated. She went and married Onassis. That was, there's a whole lot of secrets behind that. John F. Kennedy went into witness protection plan. So the body double or the clone that took the hit or took the shot, that was all fakery. John F. Kennedy Jr., he's very much alive and well, and he will be back. So for all you libtards whining out there, we're going to get some adults in the room here pretty quick. Caroline Kennedy, Stanley Kubrick, the great, he directed Full Metal Jacket, and there was a whole bunch of Eyes Wide Shut, I believe. I think that was his last movie before they said enough is enough, and then he said, okay, I got to go into hiding. He was the one that was a whistleblower to the moon landing, told him it was all fake because he was part of the creative film work that they tried to portray onto the people. Michael Landon, well, that Little House on the Prairie, that's Michael Landon was, and he was also part of Bonanza. And then, of course, Heath Ledger, well, he was the Joker and a great actor. Brandon Lee, that was Bruce Lee's son. And, of course, Bruce Lee. Both of them had to go into witness protection plan. John Lennon, one of the Beatles, he's also had to go into witness protection. Bob Marley, the Rastafarians, and Jamaica Wild, he's went into hiding as well. And of course, my best movie actor of all times was Steve McQueen. He had to go into witness protection plan, and he would have put out so many good movies. He was just right in his prime. They faked his death, I believe, said he had some kind of a rare cancer disease or whatever, but he ended up having to go into hiding. And of course, Marilyn Monroe, everybody knows her. Dudley Moore, well, he played on a few movies. He was an actor and a few comedy shows. And of course, another great musician, Jim Morrison of The Doors, put out a lot of good stuff. And some of these musicians, if they were able to not have their lives threatened in those days, they would have ended up producing a lot of great new hits. But unfortunately, maybe they did. Maybe they went into hiding and then started writing other songs. And there's going to be so much stuff to be exposed. And like I said, everybody, exposure's coming. A full exposure of everything's coming. These demon cowards that are out there that were doing the things that they were doing will all come to light. It'll all be exposed, and they will not want to be on this planet because it's going to infuriate humanity so much that just the thought of their name will make people riot. Thurman Munson. Well, he was in my day. He was a New York Yankee designated hitter. I memean, when they had him come on when it was all getting heated up and they needed an extra point or two, that's when they bring in the closer, and that was Thurman Munson. Luke Perry, I guess he was, some young, childhood star, movie stuff. River Phoenix was as well. Our great Elvis Presley, he is alive. He was, and he had to go into witness protection, and everybody's saying that it could be, Joyce, but who knows? Let's see how that all plays out. Prince, everybody knows, one of the greatest players. But like it says, he doesn't shine over Jimi Hendrix. But maybe they went into witness protection plan and come up with some great music together. our beautiful Princess Di. She's alive and well, and I believe she'll be coming back on. And there's going to be some stuff that's going to really make heads spin here very, very soon. Randy Rhoads. Randy Rhoads, well, he was a WWF, or in those days it was the Wrestling Forum, and he did some movie stuff and stuff like that, and I guess maybe that's where he found a lot of the demonic shit that was going on there, and he wasn't going to buy into that bullshit and had to go into hiding. Freddie Prinze. Well, Freddie Prinze was another actor. I believe that he was on Sanford and Son back in the day, and I think that was the same guy. Now, I could be wrong there. Joan Rivers. Remember Joan Rivers? Well, after she said what she had to say about Big Mike, I guess that was a no-no, and they had to scoop her up and put her into hiding. Now, our favorite comedian and wild man, John Belushi. They faked his death as well. So he went into hiding and said, I guess I created enough shit on this side of the earth, and I've got to go find a place to hide for so many years. And it has been a lot of years. Cass Elliot, well, the Mamas and Papas. She was one of the singers, and she had basically been doing a wonderful job. They were creating great music back in the day, but apparently she didn't want to swing into the demonic and the dark side, so she had to go into hiding. John Ritter, well, he was on, I believe, the comedy shows back in the day. I forget the name. George Steele, don't recollect, but it kind of rings a bell. I think he was a singer, a country and western singer. And then Tupac. Tupac was had to put into hiding, and another great guitar player, Stevie Ray Vaughan. He was going to a lot of places and hitting a lot of getting a lot of good hits out there, but he did not want to go into the dark side, so he had to go into hiding as well. Paul Walker, he also faked his death as well. So, and of course went into protective custody. Robin Williams, our favorite comedian, he's also had to go into hiding as well. And then of course finally Anna Nicole Smith. Now these people will hopefully be out and about soon. Some may not want to come back into public life, and we all should let them make their own choice and do not criticize them for their decision. Whatever they want to do, if they want to come back into public life, that's up to them totally. But they have gone through enough, and we just want to give our prayers out to them, and thank the Lord that they have made the choices that they did, so they're still here to maybe to entertain us some more. Anyways, that is the list, and I hope you enjoyed that list, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye now.